Hey guys, what's up? You already know what it is. Sirius in the temple here. Say, man, Sirius, let's get this started. So, you guys seen some of my videos up there and stuff like that? All right, good. So let's continue our little conversation and stuff like that. Um, all right. So, you know, a lot of people lately, you know, have been, experiencing the fact that our world is a very dark and scary place, and now that people are starting to see that certain information is coming out about our government and the citizens in this country, a lot of them are starting to wonder what the heck is really going on. And there's so many agendas out there, there's so many agendas, man. There's so many of them, you know like for example, like we've been talking about the whole race-based agenda, and what the hell these elites want from us people, and what exactly are they trying to do. What exactly is their goal in all this. you know and by me trying to explain some truth, I had some individuals who got pretty angry at me, and wanted to call me, a racist or a bigot or things of this nature. Um, am I any of those things? No, I am not. I have respect for life. But the thing is this: just because I have respect for life doesn't mean that I am going to water down or ignore the obvious facts at hand that are going on in this world. Um, you know, I had somebody comment and ask me a comment. They told me, could I ever be with a white person? Like, could I ever be like in a relationship with a so-called Caucasian woman or something like that? Could I ever do that? Sure, I could. See, sure I could. It's not that big of a deal. The problem comes, for me, the problem comes in when this person wants to procreate and wants me to help her do it. You know, this is what I was saying. You see, you guys don't understand me. What I was saying is this: is that if I do that, right, in a country that is trying to fucking kill me, and I bring a child into this world that's gonna be so fucking confused on what it's supposed to be, it's my fault, because I could have decided not to do this, and go a different route, but I didn't. And I brought a child that's going to be confused on what it's supposed to be, you know? And it's sad, It's sad. And in this world, this world is so sick with the whole racist mentality. This thing has been going on for so long in this country, since its inception of this country. And uh, it is very sad indeed. You know, I believe that there's good people in all so-called races, if you will. I believe that there's all good people in all of them, but not every so-called race is the same. I know this. I know this. Um, history is very important to me, because to me history tells me who and what I'm most likely dealing with when coming in contact with a certain type of consciousness. And by that I mean another individual who's conscious of what it is, and their mentality. Now that doesn't mean that every single person from that particular demographic is going to have that mentality. No, because people are individuals. We must understand this. But all I was doing was pointing out facts, and people got angry. Like I said, I'm not watering down any single thing. I'm not taking anything back. What I said was the truth, and a lot of people agreed along with me, because they know I'm not a liar, and they know I'm not playing around with them. But anyways, see, in the world that we live in, It's either racism that's up foot, murders happening, something about another country. A lot of distractions. Racism is one of the biggest distractions of them all. And you know, hell, this world has gone fucking crazy with it. Look at what's going on out there, man. Protesting isn't doing shit. These cops keep killing other people. And what I'm saying, what I made this channel, what I've been saying, truthfully, what I've been saying is that, we have to understand that our churches and stuff like this, they holding us back mentally, man. Because you got to wonder who's paying for these churches. Your elites in this country. They're the ones who are funding these churches. Did you know that there is something called the World Council of Churches? This is where people like Creflo Dollar, Joel Osteen, and all these other cats, they all meet up to congregate amongst each other with certain factions of elite bloodlines that are in this country, and they run around telling them and paying them and telling them what to do to further confuse the masses. In fact, I'm going to show you a video real soon on exposing these people, doing a little expose on the ass, exposing them a little bit, because I want you guys to see this stuff, because here on Sirius Temple, I'm trying to tell you guys that religion is not the right way to go. You should really be leaving that alone and trying to find your connection with the Lord another way, because religion wasn't always on this planet. Religion is really a man-made thing, guys. It is. In fact, it is. And for the so-called, by the way, just I'm putting this out there, for the Caucasians who got their feelings hurt with those other videos, I apologize, but you have to understand, I'm just being real, and like I always be saying, the truth is like medicine. It is not designed to taste good. And for the ones that were hating and being all evil towards me and calling me a racist and acting all crazy and stuff like that, you're a fucking idiot. You're clearly retarded. Anybody with a fucking brain knows that I don't go around hating other people simply because of what the fuck they are, and I don't have any institutionalized power, so I'm not a racist. Just putting that out there. Now we're going to talk about these racists and what the hell's going on in this country. George Soros is the one who's funding the whole Black Lives Matter movement, and the Black Lives Matter movement is simply I'm going to come out and say this right now. It's all a bunch of black female lesbian women who are supporting it. For the most part, it's a bunch of black female lesbian women who are a bunch of feminists. Realistically, no, this is real. This is real, factual information. You can search it up, do your research. That's what it's. He funded this operation because what he wanted to do was cause further racial tension between the so-called blacks and the so-called whites in this country. They're even pushing the homosexual agenda on the black community. And the black females are taking a hook, line, and sinker. And if you notice, black women for a very long time have been acting very masculine and trying to act like they're a man or a dude or something. Even RFG Chosen One had a video on this. You can search it up. And they're pushing the backwards lifestyle upon everybody, but they're even attacking the black man with it. And it's just people just going backwards, As I said, people can do whatever the hell they want, but just understand that there is an agenda for all this stuff. If it's being pushed, it's not for your benefit, guys. It's not for your benefit. Right now in our society, you have people that are hiding a lot of information. Did you guys know that everybody on the planet, there is a book specifically made about you? Yes, you. There is a book specifically made, and it's all about you, and it's in the Vatican right now. I'm gonna teach you guys something. All these guys that are part of the World Council of Churches, they all when they go to congregate, a lot of times they go to some place called the Vatican, It's in Italy. Now in the Vatican, there was a movie called Twilight. It was about vampires and stuff like this. Yes, it was about mythical creatures and stuff like this. And when they went to Italy in the Vatican, there was a bunch of vampiric beings there that were eating humans. It's the same thing. They put all this stuff in your movies for a reason, guys. In the Vatican right now, there are satanic entities there who definitely drink blood and eat flesh, human flesh. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're crazy, you're bugged out, and you're losing your damn mind, and you need to stop. But I'll ask you this. In the world that we live in, there is so much evil. Now, people be like, oh, evil is normal. No, it's not normal. Okay? Only an idiot would tell you that. Okay? Evil is not normal. Okay? And for people to be becoming evil and stuff like this, there has to be a negative energy that's on our planet that is pushing out this negative force, and we're absorbing some of this negative force, and it's causing us to change in many different ways. It's causing us to act out in certain ways that is not normal for us to be acting. Most human beings are neutral for the most part. We all have good and bad in us, but we're neutral for the most part, right? We have an understanding of what right and wrong is for the most part. But in this society, right and wrong is being, it's almost like right and wrong is being tweaked in a way where the elites will benefit from it. They're making us go backwards. Not only that, we've been smoking the cigarettes and stuff like that. We're catching cancer. We don't love ourselves no more. Why would you deliberately try to give yourself cancer if you don't have to? So then why are you smoking the cigarette? Oh, it calms me down and all this. Use your brain. Your brain can calm you down. You know, like, people don't have an understanding. Like, you know, America is the most overweight country in the whole world. This is where all the fattest people are in the whole world. But look at how we eat. Look at all the fast food chains that are out here. We don't even watch how we eat. Most people don't work out. I'm just trying to ask you guys a question. Look how many killings and murders happen every single day, and the news covers it. All this killing, all these murders happening, all this death. It seems to me that there is a negative presence on this planet, and it's manipulating society, and it has us going in a circle, like a hamster in a, on a fucking wheel. It has us doing that, but the moment we stop running and the wheel's moving on its own, and we finally get off the wheel and take time to look at the wheel and see what's really going on, that's when we realize that we were a slave the whole time mentally. We could have gotten out of the wheel, or the program, or the physical construct that was running our mind, and we were running it, and it was running our mind at the same time. We get out of the physical construct, and we really realize what the hell is going on. The world around us is a what's a good word to use? Is a thought belief system territory. Let me explain. The reason why I say this is because when human beings see something, and they say they saw this and that and the third, and someone else says they didn't see it, only this person, according to what just took place, is the only one who saw it. But when somebody else sees what you just saw, now you can actually confirm that it was there. As you said, you saw it, and then it disappeared, and that other person next to you saw it as well, so you guys are obviously not crazy. That you guys just made an agreement on the fact that yes, this reality is real. We both saw that thing move and then it just disappeared. So therefore, in consciousness, us as human beings, our perception on reality is simply based on upon our conscious awareness state and our our viewpoint in being able to view reality in a physical construct that is only adjustable to our perception mentally. And when you see it that way, when you see that the world around us is simply a construct that we live in, but it's not just that, it's also a platform in where we all reside temporarily. Why is this? It is because of the fact of this. If you look, right? If you take the time to stop watching TV, stop doing all this, and you just take the time to take some time out of your day, take a few hours, just sit down, don't look at anything, just relax, lay down on your bed, just relax. If you put your hand on your neck, you can actually feel warmth in your neck. If you really think hard, a dead person doesn't have any warmth in their neck. Now, if you die, supposedly, you don't have any warmth inside your neck. What I'm saying is that when you are in that body, there is heat. Now, heat is created through energy. So there is energy coursing through your body. So when you die, the energy has to leave your body. I am saying that this energy, or this energy body, is really an energetic vehicle. That is your primary vehicle. The physical body is the secondary vehicle that is hooked up to this platform or this physical reality matrix illusion system, or basically a thought realm construct that is made for the physical flesh. Because you have to think, if we are just human beings and we are not capable of any great feats other than the things that we've already done, you have to really think, then what do all these stories mean? What do all these stories mean about God and Jesus and mermaids and vampires and all these things that make us really get curious and wonder, and now we shake our heads and go, no, this can't be. But then there's other people all over the world that have these stories about seeing something that they could not explain. A belief system territory is what you can perceive through your vision and what you in your five senses. Now, what we're not being told in our world is that human beings actually have a sixth sense, hence the movie The Sixth Sense. The sixth sense is when a being is no longer trapped in the physical vehicle or the light prism, their physical body, the carbon dated physical shell. They are no longer imprisoned by this shell, and they can now their perception on reality has been multiplied by hundreds of times. It has been multiplied so much that they can actually see beyond the world around them and have a deeper connection with the universe and the cosmic energy that makes up the universe entirely. When a being develops this kind of clarity, this kind of mental, or should I say soulful or spiritual understanding, this being has now transcended regular human limitation. It has now become something beyond human. When we understand that death is not actually something negative, and it's not something that we should be afraid of, it's actually something that we should embrace. And that death is truly only temporary. And that death is really just a transitional period from living in one state of existence and transferring your energy into another state of existence. What I'm saying is that we all say that this guy died, this girl died, this guy died, they're in the casket, all this. But are they truly really? We just realize that energy moves out of the body when someone dies. So then that body that you're paying all this money and putting in a casket and all this, that person is no longer in that body. Not that the body doesn't have any significant importance. I mean, of course it would. I mean, there's still some traces left of that person's energy in that body, sure. But what I'm saying is, overall, this body has no importance in dealing with this person's energetic self. The person is now outside of the body. So if they're outside of the body, now what is going on? If they're outside of the body, wouldn't that mean that if they're not in our realm where they can touch us and see us and all that, wouldn't that mean that they're in another dimension? If they're in another dimension, and it's not the same world as our world, and there's souls moving around in these realms, wouldn't it be safe to say that there could possibly be things, other life forms, other kinds of creatures that we as human beings don't really have much knowledge of? I mean, you keep hearing these stories about people saying they've seen this and they've seen that. Maybe these things at one point, maybe these people that ran into these things at one point, maybe maybe I'm saying that maybe these people saw these things only because the dimensions and those particular sectors in our world were probably open temporarily, or maybe there was a door that was open and these things came through and the person saw them and then thought they were going crazy. I mean, we really have to think. When you see a statue of an angel, what does it look like? A child with wings, a person with wings. But overall, it looks like a human person. So would it be so far-fetched to say that when we leave our bodies, we can have the potential of becoming an angel? I mean, if you're a spirit or a soul, often not, when you see a cartoon or you see like a video or something like that, a soul or a spirit is supposed to be something that can actually float around. If it can float around, maybe it can actually hover and fly. If it can fly, isn't that something that goes beyond being human? So what is really being human? What is being human? Maybe what we think we are isn't actually what we fully are. And maybe our origins come from somewhere else that we don't even know. Did you know that there was a council called the Council of Nicaea that did whatever they could to run around the whole world and damage the image of this so-called Jesus and make him look somewhat very different from what was actually the description of this man in your biblical books? Did you know that Jesus portrait in church, he doesn't even look like that? What I'm saying is this: there's a lot of lies going on around here. Is it not enough people talking about the truth and what's really going on? I'm just trying to inspire thought and make you think. You ever wonder why you always have that dream that you jumped out of the window and you still survived? Have you guys ever wondered why it is that you can have a dream and it's so vivid while you're having the dream. You're seeing all these images popping up. But then when you wake up, it's like you completely almost forgot the entire dream. And you can't seem to recollect everything. You just keep seeing vague images and colors. And you can't really make out what the heck you were seeing. Have you guys ever had a dream that was so real that if somebody's touching you in the dream, or you fall down, or something happens to you in the dream, you can your physical body, when you wake up, you can actually feel that what happened to you in the dream. You can actually feel it on your physical body. Have you guys ever had a dream so damn scary that you actually woke up screaming in terror? Have you ever had such a beautiful, wonderful dream that when you woke up, you got so upset that you actually woke up and you can't go back to that beautiful place that you were in? Because it was that beautiful, it was that great. Have you ever wondered why it is that people say that they believe in this, that, and the third? They believe in their religion, they believe in this, they believe in that. Have you ever noticed how everybody says they believe in something, but nobody actually knows anything? They all have a belief system, but they don't actually have any knowledge. They all have belief. I'm not saying belief isn't powerful, but what I'm saying is that if all you have is belief, with no knowledge to attach along with it, then wouldn't that mean that your belief is predicated upon what you think in your head? I mean, knowledge will always trump belief, because knowledge can actually, it's demonstrable. It can actually be proven when given the proper when given the proper amount of fact. You can actually prove it with evidence. What I am saying, guys, is that we really need to think about things. We really need to sit down and think about things. We need to watch more movies. We need to think and sit down and think. I mean, guys, there was a time in our world when a chair was something out of make-believe. People were sitting on rocks. Some guy got so sick and tired of sitting on a rock, he said, you know what? I'm going to chop that tree down and I'm going to try to create something brand new to sit on. And there you go. Lo and behold, after all that carving, he eventually made a chair. He put some kind of cushioning on it after he felt that it was a hard chair. And there you go, the first chair that was invented. And at first people were telling the same man that he was crazy. What is he doing? You look crazy, you look stupid. What in the world are you doing? But did he care about what they had to say? He kept going, and before you know it, he made the first chair. Now, people were telling him that he was crazy, it's not possible, it's all in your head, and it's all fantasy. But it was an idea first, before it was ever fantasy. It was an idea. What I am saying is that all these people that are making all these movies, all these inventions being made, all this stuff that they're saying is going to come out in the future, aren't these all ideas? If they're ideas, and they're inside someone's head, how did they get there? How did these ideas just wind up in somebody's head? The truth is, they have had to have come in contact. The human race had to have come in contact at some point with some kind of reality dealing with this so-called idea in order to bring it into life on motion picture. If that's really the case, then that means that everything is really real, and that us as human beings are living as sheep. We're being told that certain things don't exist and that it's all in our heads and we're crazy, but are we really? Why is it that every single little kid wants to fly? Why is that? Why is it that every single time you see a little kid, they want to fly? They all want to do it. Everybody in the whole world has always wanted to fly. That is something that's common with everybody. I'll ask you this. If it is natural for a being to want to do something, isn't it in that being's nature to do so then? I mean, if a being naturally as a child wants to fly, then isn't it in that child's nature to be able to fly? Why would it want to do something that it cannot? Why would it want to do something if it's not in its nature to do so? Why would it instinctually want to do something if it's not in its nature to do so? Every little kid has wanted to fly, even you. We all have. We all also keep saying that we feel that we've done this thing before. We all keep saying that, oh my goodness, I feel like I've done this before. Every single human being has the same story, saying they feel that they have done something, or in a certain event that happened in their life, something that made them actually second guess themselves and actually ask that question. Didn't I do this at some point? Why can't I remember? I know I was here. I know I've seen this before. I know I did this before. When was it? I can't put my damn finger on it. We all have this same damn story by instinct. Instinctually. So my question to you human beings is this. Are you really human? Is your reality really your reality? Or is it someone else's that has pulled the wool over your eyes so you won't be able to see anything? Maybe there's something within you that can actually be utilized in order to see past this realm. Maybe the reason why you want to fly is because you can fly, you just don't realize it yet. Maybe there's other worlds out there that can be explored that you know nothing of. Maybe the origins of humanity doesn't have to do anything with religion or the Bible. Maybe it goes further, deeper than that. What is the most ancient place on the planet? Africa. For the most part. I mean, you have others, but from what we can see right now. That's where they say civilization started, right? That's what they're saying. Why not check there and see what you find? Maybe the reason why we feel that our dreams are so real is because maybe they really are. Now, wouldn't it be funny if our dreams are more real than the world that we live in, but we just don't realize it? Real eyes. Use your real eye to see the truth beyond the truth. Give me sight beyond sight. Like Lionel says in your Thundercats. Notice when he does that, he does something and then he holds the sword up to his face. And then it almost looks like an eye coming out of his sword. And it's placed on his forehead. Now, why is that? Think about this. If our world is simply what it is and there's nothing beyond this world, why is it that us as human beings can instinctually feel that there is more out there than we realize? Every family member in the whole world has a story about something that they say will happen because of God. Have you actually ever seen God? You guys all say you believe in some kind of God, but have you ever seen him? If you guys can sit down and pray to some God you've never seen before, why can't you do research to figure out if this God is real or not? And last thing, maybe the reason why us as human beings instinctually feel that we've lived another life is maybe because we've reincarnated. Maybe we lived other lives. Maybe the central root to ourselves is going within ourselves and figuring out who the heck we really are in consciousness. This is Sirius in the Temple. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and peace. On to the next one. I'll see you guys later.